Okay, good morning and welcome. This is dedicated to Kate. We're going to be working with loosening our hips and strengthening our hips, and we've just got about 15 to 20 minutes together, so let's get started. So we begin as always with a centering. So I invite you to bring your hands to your heart and take 5 deep conscious breaths. If possible, in through the nose and out through the nose. And having a real sense of the feel of your body, connecting to the mat and to the earth beneath you. The feel of your spine rising tall towards the sky. The feel of your belly, soft and allowing of the breath. And then taking your arms overhead and having another deep breath in. And breathing out, open the arms wide. Start to awaken to this moment. 2 more breaths in this way. Breathe in. And breathe out, open wide. And 1 more. And open. And just letting the palms be face upward on your legs. And set an intention for this short time we have together of how you choose to be on your mat. Let this be a pause in your day to reset, recenter, remember who you are, and to breathe that, to embody that, to live that here on the mat. And perhaps because we're working with hips, you might like to let that be something to do with Muladhara chakra, our base chakra, something about being in your body, walking this earth with presence and compassion, owning who you are and your whole history, and knowing that all of that has led to who you are right now, and you are whole and complete and you are enough just as you are. And then taking a deep breath in and out. And we'll do a little bit of warming up. So coming to standing as you feel the music, just starting to step side to side. So a little loosening, get the legs moving, make it a bit wider, maybe give the hands a little shake. And then start to make it a twist. Let the arms take you side to side, step out with the foot. And then you can let the arms swing a bit higher. Feel your spine warming up. And then start to make figure eights with the hips. Really push the hips out to the side. Make a sideways figure 8 motion. And then start to lift one knee and then the other. Try to really bring that knee into the chest or keep it loose. And then you can add the arms, bring them over and then touch the outside of your hip, which again will make it a bit of a twist for your spine, which we want. And then look side to side as well, which will bring a bit more twist into the spine. Then start to kick the feet out now. Just starting to bring the hamstrings into it as well as loosening the hips. Have some fun. Take the arms overhead and feel how that gets those ribs going. And then step wide and bend into one knee and the other. Start to loosen into the inner thighs. Let your shoulders sort of drop. Again, that makes a little bit of a twist and also a loosening into your shoulders, your upper spine. And then come into Goddess. And just do these standing squats. Take the arms with you and squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then reach across on a diagonal. Come back to center, really squat down. Go as low as you can. Legs are wide, toes are turned a bit outward. And then start to bring the legs in closer. And beautiful. And just pause there, give everything a little shake. Just feel yourself in your body. A bit more warmed up, ready to go. And then take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, come down into a forward fold. Breathe in. Forward fold, so starting to warm up hamstrings and hips here. And fold. 2 more times. Just get some energy flowing up and down through your body. Start to wake up these hamstrings. And then with nice soft knees, bring your hands to your hamstrings and give them a little tap. Up around your buttocks as well, your hips. Nice taps. Beautiful. And then one more breath into the sky. And breathe out, and we'll come down into a forward lunge. So you're going to bring that right leg back. And it could be directly under your knee. But if you put your arms overhead and you're getting no stretch in that hip, then you want to take that knee further back until you've got some stretch happening here. And then we're going to breathe in. So this is starting to open up the front of the hips. We need to work the front, the inner thighs, the glutes and outside of the hip, opening and strengthening. So 2 more breaths. And out. 1. And out. And then hands come to the earth. Tuck your toes and bring that leg forward again. And just a little ragdoll sway side to side as we transition over to the other side for lunge. Beautiful. So step your left leg back now. And we'll have 5 breaths here. So breathing in, big stretch to the sky. Open up the ribs. Breathing out. And remember that intention that you're embodying. Try to stay present in your body. This is your opportunity to really flow, let go of the day for a moment, and be fully present with your body and yourself. Tuck the toes, come back to your forward fold. And again, sway side to side. And then take a deep breath in and rise up to the sky and breathe out open wide. And then let's come down onto the mat and take the legs wide. So now we're going to start to work with these inner thighs. So legs are wide, toes are pointing up towards the sky, so they're flexed. Give the knees a little shake. And then draw your kneecaps up, so these quadriceps are active, but you're not pressing your knees down into the mat. You're pressing your heels down instead. And then sit up nice and tall. And then breathe out. Come forward. Support yourself wherever you need to with your hands. Check out your feet once again. Don't let them flop inside. And then we're just going to do 5 cat-cows. So lift your heart, roll your shoulders back, breathe out, roll forward. Breathe in, lift the heart, breathe out, roll forward. Breathe in, lift. Feel the flow through your spine as your inner thighs slowly start to open up. So you've got them as wide as feels comfortable. You're not pushing so hard that it feels like you're overstraining there. And then breathe in, rise up again, arms to the sky, and breathe out, open wide. And then bring the legs together, roll onto your back. And this is a beautiful hip opener, the figure 4 for the outside of the hips. So your right foot, your ankle is over the left knee. The right knee is turned out. And then you lift that left leg up, and you're going to hold behind your knee, behind the thigh, or if you're really flexible, you might be able to hold the front of the knee, but you want to make sure your shoulders are still on the ground. And you're drawing that left knee towards you. And if the right knee is flopping inward, you could use your right hand to just keep pressing it outward a little bit. So you want to feel this stretch on the outside of the hip into the glutes. Flex both feet and draw that knee towards you. And let's take 5 breaths together. You could find a little bit of movement if you like, little tiny circles one way and the other. Make sure the whole of the spine is in contact with the earth. And you can always do this as well with that upper foot, right, in this case the left, resting on a wall or on a chair if that helps. What we really want is this opening through the right glute, the right side. And then breathe in. Release that leg. Have a big full body stretch. Breathe out. Bring the knees into the chest. And then put your right foot on the mat and the left ankle resting over the right knee. Lift the right leg. Hold the back of the thigh. Flex both feet. Maybe pressing the knee with the left hand if it's flopping towards you. The strength of your right arm helping pull that right thigh towards you. And again, the options there to rest your right foot on the wall or a chair or the couch or wherever you're close to a little table, coffee table. Just takes a little bit of the effort out so you can focus on the stretch, but otherwise you're using your core a bit, so that's nice. And then 5 breaths here. This stretch, this figure 4 stretch, is absolutely miraculous for freeing the hips. Soften through the shoulders, the face, the spine. Lovely. And then release the leg, full body lengthening again. And then knees into the chest. And then we're going to come to standing. So we're going to try to get there without using our hands. You could rock along your spine. You could roll over onto your side. Whatever you choose, try not to put your hands down on the earth. Now it makes you use your core to stand. So once we're standing, we're going to go through a warrior sequence. So take the legs wide as comfortable for you, where you still have your pinky toes on the earth. And then turn your left foot to the side in a straight line and turn your right heel back a bit. So we're in warrior position. Bend into that left knee and just check that it's tracking over the second toe. And then squeeze this right glute. This is important. Squeeze it tight. Really use the muscles in that right glute. And then breathe in. Bring your hands overhead. This is warrior 1. Touch the palms. Breathe out. Open into warrior 2. Breathe in, warrior 1. And you'll feel there's a twist to warrior 1. And then a release of that to warrior 2. You want to feel that you're moving from the base of your spine, from the pelvis, to come into the twist. And the whole time, that right glute is strong. And you're pressing your feet away from each other. Notice if you can sink down a little more. And then we're going to add a little balance to this. So come into warrior 1. Bring the arms down, and you're going to take your weight forward onto that left leg and just lift, squeezing with your glutes, that right leg, and come down. We're just going to introduce that a few more times. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out, down. Lift, like a little dancer. Just giving that little kick behind so your body has a feel. Now let's make that into a flow with warrior 1 and 2. So come back to your starting position, bend into that left knee, breathe into warrior 1, out to warrior 2. Breathe in, warrior 1. As you breathe out, the arms come down your body. You come forward into warrior 3 now, as high as you like, and then breathe out back to warrior 1. Sorry, breathing into warrior 1. Breathe out to warrior 2. So as you come to warrior 3, our balance, it's up to you how much you take that leg up behind you. It could just be a little kick off the ground, and that's totally fine. We're using that glute to power that, and then the leg we're standing on is using the glute and stabilizing that hip. That's what we're looking for. This is the strengthening. And warrior 2 is actually a hip opener as well, so a lot happening here. Such a great sequence for our hips. Last one, and then we're going to hold when we get to our warrior 3 for 3 breaths. You could have the arms extended overhead or out the side or even behind you if you want to take some weight out of the shoulders and the core working here. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then breathe in, back to warrior 1. Turn to the front, bring your toes with you, and fold into wide-legged fold. Just give the legs a little shake and a wobble. Well done. And then breathe and rise up. And let's do the other side. So turn your right toes out at 180 degrees. Your left heel sneaks back. The right knee bends. We begin in warrior 1. Squeeze that left glute, warrior 2. Squeeze it hard. Breathe in, warrior 1. 1 more round here. Really keep that left hip open as you twist. And now let's introduce to our left glute the lifting, beginning to open, squeezing that glute to lift it, feeling what that movement's going to look like. It can be playful, it doesn't have to be serious, this warrior 3. All right, let's bring it together. So starting with our warrior 1, that's a breath in. Warrior 2, breath out. Warrior 1, breath in. Weight comes forward, warrior 3. Breathe in 1, out 2, in 1, out 3. Breathe in 1, out, in, and 3. Last time now, and then we're going to hold for 3 breaths. And remember, you have a choice with your arms. So they could be behind, they could be out the side, airplane, or they can be overhead. That makes it the hardest. 3 breaths. And generally looking more down so that the back of the neck is long. Lift through that left glute. 1 more breath. And then breathe in, warrior 1. Out to 2. Straighten the legs, bring the toes forward, folding down, and then bend your knees side to side, Skandasana. Loosen up those hips, you've worked them hard. Lovely. And then bring yourself down onto your mat, knees into your chest, roll around, give a massage to your low back. There's actually a bit of back bending in those warriors. And we've used those glutes. And then holding the soles of your feet. Come into happy baby. And just have a little play here. You could even straighten the legs and get more inner thigh happening. Or keep the knees bent, whatever works for your legs. 2 breaths. And then bring the knees together. Squeeze them in, nose to knees. And then we'll come into integration now. You've earned a rest, that was well done. So grab a cushion or pillows to put underneath your knees. Have your legs up on a chair or be fully extended in Shavasana. It's up to you how you finish. And we just need to pause for just a few minutes to integrate, to absorb all the goodness of what you've just done. And so take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. One more. Sigh it out. And then just take your hands and give a little rub around your hips, your glutes. Just acknowledge the strength and the openness and flexibility. Feel how your legs are realigning, your hip joints realigning, absorbing, remembering how strong they are and how able to be flexible and open to what life brings. And then rest your hands wherever it's comfortable for you. And I'd like you to have a sense of the earth, of nature, the soil, the trees, and you walking barefoot on the earth. And you can feel the soles of your feet touching the earth. And you're walking with great presence, great awareness. You can feel your toes, the pads of your feet, in contact with the earth. And you feel your legs striding, strong, open, free. And there's a great sense of confidence and compassion in your step. I walk this earth with presence. I walk this earth with compassion. I walk this earth with confidence. And have a sense of whatever might lie ahead of you for the rest of the day. And bringing this confident, compassionate, present step into all that you do. And then bringing the knees into the chest once again. Making the feet on the mat width apart, and then just letting the knees flop side to side. And then rolling to one side. And then coming up to sitting. Hands at the heart, just reaffirming what you'll take with you from your practice, your intention. And bring our hands to our hearts. The light within me sees, honors the light within you, Kate, and within all living beings. Namaste. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the day and what it brings, and hopefully your hips are feeling a bit looser and a bit stronger.